photography vlog. Today we're going to discuss about Hippolyte Bayard, and we're going to discover why is he considered to be the pioneer of photography. Why is he the main contributor? So that's the topic for this episode. Hippolyte Bayard is a French photographer pioneering photography. He claimed to have invented photography earlier than Louis-Jacques Daguerre in France and William Henry Fox Talbot in England. Hippolyte Bayard was born in January 20, 1801 in France. While working as a civic servant in Paris, Bayard experimented with photography. He developed his own method of producing photos called direct positive process. Bayard made a photograph of the windmills of Montmartre, which he used on a stationery paper. The paper was soaked in potassium iodide and situated under the sunlight, turning the silver chloride paper totally black. The black elemental silver paper sheet had another butt in place while wet at the back of the camera directed to the windmills. After an hour of exposure, the black and silver paper was bathed in hyposulfite of soda and dried. In taking photos of people, an exposure of approximately 12 minutes was required and sitters were advised to close their eyes. Hippolyte Bayard was noted for presenting the world's first photo exhibition in June 1839. He had displayed at least 30 photographs or prints. He was supposed to be the first person who invented the direct positive process but accepted a small amount of money from Francois Arago, the secretary of the Academy of Sciences, in return of allowing Daguerre to make public announcement first. Louis Daguerre is now regarded as the father of modern photography. By the time he made a dispute to the Academy of Science, the process of Daguerre was widely published. To express his dismay towards the Academy, he made a famous photo performing and faking death as a drowning man. Despite of the rejections and struggles, he continued to practice photography until his death in 1887. He became one of the founding members of the French Society of Photography. In 1851, he was an appointed photographer by the government to document the famous Mission Heliographique, the ancient architectural buildings in France. There are three life lessons that I learned from Bayard. Okay. First is action has consequences, especially when he accepted the bribe from the Arago. Arago is as I've said, he is the secretary of the Academy of Science. So it questioned his moral choices. Okay, that's made that decision made him the second pioneer, and also created it could create questions because it talks about integrity. The second is what you sow you reap. Okay? Even though there was in my opinion, it's a moral failure. Okay? Later he realized that there was something wrong with what's happening. Okay? That's the reason why he filed a dispute, okay, to the Academy of Science, and it proved to them that he was right when he decided to commit to photography and to found a photography society until his death. Actually, I find it difficult to defend Bayard for the bribe issue. Okay, but I realized that each person, even that includes us, okay, each of us made mistakes in the past, committed sins, created errors. Okay, that realization made me consider Bayard. It was just a one-time event with Arago, but I believe that we have to consider, we have to look at how he used majority of his life, and history would tell us that he spent his his lifetime on photography and founding the Society for Photographers or for Photographers. So I think that would be his use of life is already a proof that he should be called the first, the pioneer of photography. Certainly, you had learned new reflections at Photography Blog. In as much as I want to give more information, we have a limited time. I have to say goodbye now. This is Peter Braboneri II. We would like, I believe that this photography blog is created to inform, inspire, and take